So hello everyone, today I'll be doing some nails. I'll be showing you all the techniques that I use and some of the products. So the very first thing that I will be doing is taking some instant cuticle remover, putting it around the cuticles, and then scraping it off with a metal cuticle pusher and clipping off any of the dead skin with some nail clippers. When doing this, you do need to be very careful to not damage your natural nail with the metal cuticle pusher. You can always use a wooden one or a plastic one. When using the cuticle nippers, do be very careful to not nip yourself. It will be very painful and just uncomfortable. Now moving on to the nail tips, the very first thing that I will be doing is sizing them up. When sizing up your nail tips, you need them to fit from sidewall to sidewall without any gaps. If you're in between sizes, you always need to take the bigger one and then file down the sides. Now I'm just taking my e-file on the lowest speed and etching the inside of the nail tips. So I'll chemically etch them with some primer if you don't want to use a drill. Now moving on to the nails, I'm taking my file and just roughening up the top layer of the nails. So this is the dehydrator and primer set that I use. First applying dehydrator on all of the nails. But if you don't have dehydrator, you can always use acetone to dehydrate the nail. Now moving on to some primer, you need to put a small amount of primer because too much primer can make your nails pop off very easily. Now after dehydrating primer, I'm putting a thin coat of this nail glue on each of the nails and then curing that for 60 to 90 seconds. Now moving on to the nail application, I'm putting a thin coat of the Extend Gel on the nail and then scraping a glob of the Extend Gel on the nail tip and then going at a 45-degree angle down on the nail to seal it in. Next thing is taking some scissors. I'm using scissors because I lost my nail clippers, but I'm just clipping a little bit off of the extension and then filing it down with a file. So for the files, I'm using two files. One I got off of Amazon and the other one I got off of a local store. Now moving on to the base clear, I'm using the brand Beetles and I'm applying 2 coats of this shade on all of the nails. And in between the layers, I'm curing them for 60 to 90 seconds. And Beetles have a lot of different kinds of shades that you can choose from. There are, I believe, 6 that come in the pack and there's a lot of colors you can choose from. So this is how the nails look like after 2 coats of the nail polish. Now moving on to the French tip, I'm using the shade of pastel yellow and I'm making French tips on all of the nails. So how I actually draw my French tips are I draw a line across the nail and then from the corners of the nails and then connect it in a U shape. So this is how the French tip should look like. So this is how the nails look like after I have done all the French tips. Design. Now moving on to the design part. On each of the nails I'm doing hearts. First I'm putting down 2 dots, and then from the dots I'm pulling down with a detail brush in a V shape to make a heart. Now here is another example. Now moving on to the hardest part. First, I'm just drawing a big circle on the French tip and then doing little dots for the ears. Now I'm doing a small line across the French tip for the shirt. So I did forget to film the face for Winnie the Pooh, but on the other hand, I will be showing you how I draw the actual face. So how I actually draw the face, I make 2 little dots with a detail brush for the eyes, and then a little nose. Then taking that same exact extent gel with some black polish and doing these eyebrows. And then with the same exact detail brush, I'm drawing on a sad face. This actually needed to be a mad Winnie the Pooh, but it turned out mostly like more concerned. Now I'm taking a small dotting tool and just putting little dots in the ears. And on that same exact nail, I'm doing a small heart. Now I'm applying a thin coat of top coat on each of the nails. Now I'm taking some little pearls and putting them along the French tip. And yeah, this is how the nail turned out, and if you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe, and all these products that I showed you in this video will be linked down below. So yeah, bye bye for now.